Hello, dear students. Welcome to your English YouTube class. So, today we'll be starting a new chapter from your second evaluation syllabus, that is misuse of science and technology. See, science and technology over the time has been proven to be a solution for our daily hardship. So, science and the research in science and technology are basically done keeping in mind our own welfare. But there comes some point where science and technology are often misused by especially the bureaucrats of a particular country. So today we'll be discussing in this chapter that how science and technology are being misused in today's world. So let us start the chapter. Like the two sides of a coin, science and technology have also been viewed with two motives in mind. So if you have seen a coin has two sides. So similarly, science also have two sides. One is good side and one is the bad side. So any development that takes place in science and technology or any research when it is done in the field of science and technology, there are two things that are kept in mind. It is the good side and what is the bad side. Good side, they first of all they develop it for the good of humanity, but at the same time they keep in mind what can be the drawbacks or disadvantage of that particular development. So there is a new word which we see here, motives. motives, motives. What does motive means? Motive means aim, or yeah, motive means aim, the aim of doing something is called motive. We have seen how science can be effectively used for the welfare of humanity. So it is quite evident for us to see how science is used for the welfare of humanity. We see the usage of science and technology in our everyday life and how it made our life more easy and more convenient. But at the same time, we see there are some fields, there are some ground where science and technology are used not for good of humanity, not for the welfare of humanity. Rather, it is something destructive. Providing convenience for the welfare of humanity, providing convenience for work by reducing the tragedy of it, providing goods and service, and have enriched our life, protecting humanity from disease and sickness. See, we see that at first science and technology in the early phase of development, we see science and technology are being developed keeping in mind the welfare and convenience of the people. So here we see a new word, tragedy. Now what does tragedy means? Drudgery means dull or hard work. Dull or hard work. So, in this line, we see how science has reduced our hard work and converted into more and help us to use our time more efficiently. For and it is a blessing for the humanity. And it how we see how science and technology also have improved our medical field, improve our health by putting their research or by doing research in field of medical science. And recently, if you look at the progress of science and technology, we see that they were also working on, they have worked on various diseases and sickness, and significantly they have reduces the risk of death by that particular disease or sickness. Currently we see that there are field of scientists and researchers who are working day and night and putting all their effort in in discovering an vaccine for the current pandemic. So if they discover it, it will be a win for the whole. It will be a win for the whole humanity, and who will be credited for it? It is the science and technology. Not only in the field of medical, but we see that our ability to communicate with each other, providing means for our entertainment and so on. If you look at the primitive world, we see that the mode of entertainment or the means of entertainment for common people was storytelling, folk tales, and other games and sport. Nowadays we see there is a source of entertainment in everybody's house, that is the television, or we see the internet and mobile is a very good source of entertainment, and it has also improved communication. See, where we have started from a man carrying a message from one place to another, then we see the use of pigeon in communication. from that pigeon to today's lightning speed message delivery system through internet and other messaging apps, right? See how science and technology have also made progress by using uh, science and technology have made progress in the field of communication. Today, it is a couple of decades back, it was unimaginable to communicate with someone talking and seeing at somebody. But today we have video calls, right? We have Skype, we have WhatsApp, and etc. So this is a great advancement in science and technology. It is, however, unfortunate that science is not always used for the benefits of humanity. Techniques used for preparing metal plows, which are used for agriculture, have also been used for making sword and destroying weapon for destroying weapon. So science and technology from the very beginning, when the techniques of forging blades, swords, and weapon, and the technique of forging metal, from the very beginning of technology, when human beings started to reshape metal and forge them into something useful, like plows for cultivating crops, for plowing the field, they have used metal, they have forged metal to shape it into a tool which can be used for agriculture. But the same technique, but the same forging technique is used for preparing sword, which is used for killing people in the war. And similarly, we see that have also been used for making sword and weapons for destroying. Electronic radars used for safely landing of aeroplanes are also used for shooting down of enemy plane during war. Similarly, another technology, the radar technology. The radar technology is primarily invented to for safely landing of aeroplane, to avoid collision of two aircrafts in the air. But now it is used for what? For detecting enemy plane and to shoot them down, to hunt them down. The atom, that is one store of enormous energy that can be used in a controlled manner for providing electricity for our homes, was also used as an uncontrolled atom bomb for killing thousands of innocent people in the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So the atomic energy, which is believed to be an enormous and source of energy, was primarily discovered for human welfare. How it is used, we know about the nuclear power plant, which is used to generate enormous amount of energy for our household, for factories, for industries. But this source of energy is was used or is used to uh, manufacture atom bombs. And we see how destructive, we have seen that how destructive an atom bomb could be, from the incident of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, how it has destroyed innocent thousands of innocent lives, and its effect is still persistent. Yes, the knowledge of science and technology has been misused by men for the personal gain and for our country's triumph. Yes, it is quite evident that the use of the science and technology has been misused by the people for you know to lead its country to the greatness and to triumph over other. Now, triumph means what? Triumph means great victory. So we have used science and technology, especially in the form of armor, not arms, and bombs, to achieve triumph over other countries, to establish our superiority. To For a country to establish its superiority, they have misused science and technology. Now, why does this happen? What can scientists or member of the society do to control the misuse of science? Let's us try to answer this question. Now, what can be the solution to this misuse? So, we'll try to find out some answer to question in the next paragraph. In modern times, science has no longer remained as a personal pursuit as an individual. It has become more of institutionalized and increasingly being funded collectively. Either the national governments support scientific activities in their respective countries, or the industrial sector pays for it. In either cases, a demand is then placed so on the scientists to fetch some return in the fund invested to them. So now, why science and technology is creating destruction? Why science and technology is being misused when the inventor or the creator himself want it to be used for the good of people, for the welfare of the people? It is because that nowadays, when there is a discovery, or when there is a research going on, this research is either funded by the government of that particular country, or some private industrialist, or some private you know or some or some person with a huge amount of money, he or she fund it. So we see that the the research and development of any science and technology is funded by either the government or the executives, or the you know cooperatives, right? Sorry, corporates. Yeah, I got the exact word. So this research is backed up or funded either by the corporates or by the government of that particular country. So when the corporates or the government invest their money on a particular research, they expect a profit in return. They expect a profit, or they expect a profit from that technology. So in order to exploit that profit, in order to exploit that return, they use this technology in a way, however they like. So they don't take into consideration whether it is good for the humanity or bad for the humanity. The only thing they are concerned about, their profit and their return of investment. The politics of war. In the politics, the and countries have engaged in wars, whether they, with their enemies. The objectives of war is to destroy the lifeline of enemy or destroy its infrastructure, either military or civil. So in your war, so the war between two countries to establish superiority has also been it's been a reason for misuse of science and technology. Now how this war is used, so how science and technology is misused in the war. So they use science and technology to destroy uh, the country's military bases, or even the attack on civilians. The warfare used could be conventional bombs, chemical, biological, or even nuclear arsenals. Use of aircraft, missile, radar-borne anti-aircraft guns, rockets, and even satellites in the space being used as such to attempt in defeating the enemy. So every weapons or every material that we find in an arsenal means what, storage of guns, weapons, and other weapons. So everything that we find in an arsenal is used for destructive purposes, is to establish superiority over others. Very often scientists have appealed against the use of their knowledge for such destructive purpose. However, this creativity was bought up by the government of power supporting their scientific effort. So the government which is in power at that particular time, he or she is responsible for the use of the science and technology that is developed during his or her time. The atom bomb was the result of the famous Manhattan Project of the US government, where scientists from different countries of allies worked together secretly to do the develop this terrible device. So the atom bomb, which we know that have created a lot of destruction in the history, was the result of a project which was run or which was supervised or patronized by the US government with some allies. So this project was known as the Manhattan Project, which resulted in the atom bomb. The desire for defeating the enemy was so strong that it was decided to explode the atom bomb in the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan, one after the other. The target population was civilian men, women, and children. See the cruelty of government of the country. So the atom bomb was dropped by targeting the civilians. So the war was against the military and government, but it is the civilians or the common people who have paid the price, and which instantly killed thousands of people, innocent people. And the result of that atom bomb blast is still evident. We see there is radiation debris, means what, the remaining of the radiation, which is still affecting the generation after generation. Man thoroughly misused the knowledge of atom bomb. It was not an accident, it was well planned attack on humanity. The World War II has recovered from the inhuman misuse of science. So it was not an accident, it was a well planned attack by the government of that particular country to attack the civilians of that country, to end the war, to establish the superiority in that country. The two world war has opened the eyes of the nation to this terrible misuse that can be made up of science and technology. The war between the nation continue even today, but the fear of nuclear holocaust and perhaps deterred so far. See, so these two World War One and Two, these have opened the eyes of the common people. So what did they do? It has opened the eyes of the common people, and nowadays almost most of maximum of the country, or most of the country have nuclear power. So, although they feel empowered to have nuclear power in them, at the same time, they are in the fear that some other country may use their nuclear power and there could be a great holocaust. Holocaust means what? Killing of mass people is known as holocaust. So, this fear that somebody else might keep them refrain from using the nuclear power on one upon another, because this may create a huge apocalypse. How long this nuclear peace will last? So, this fear help to keep the nuclear peace in the country. The nuclear weapon continue to be produced by nation. Even countries like India and Pakistan possess weapon, and fear of somebody pulling the trigger exists. The war of politics is something which science should be kept away. Will science continue to be used for peaceful purpose only by the politician? Only time will tell. So this fear of using the nuclear power is has refrained the countries from using nuclear power, because all of them, although most of the country have the nuclear power, but they are also afraid that someone else might use it on them. So this is creating a balance, and this is refraining other from using nuclear power. But however, this may not last long. So what can be the solution? The solution is to keep the bureaucracy or government away from the science and technology, to keep science and technology and its research independent from the bureaucracy, and we will know how much we will see how much this peace lasts. So with this chapter came to an end. You read the chapter thoroughly in your home. If you face any difficulty, please do not hesitate to contact me in the prescribed contact number, and do subscribe to Al Hira National School channel. With this, thank you and have a good day.